What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and monthly reoccurring stimulus checks to everybody in the nation is under consideration in the White House right now. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, this, of course, is all unfolding because, as you know, right now, gas is at record highs. We have never seen gas prices this high before. And as a result, Congress is working away to try to figure out some way to help out the American people and get those prices down. Because what we're hearing right now is these prices, they're likely going to keep going up, and they're likely going to stay up for quite some time. And major oil companies are warning this could go on for as long as 5 years. And we're hearing the war with Russia and Ukraine, which is exasperating these high gas prices. It's not slowing down. It doesn't look like this is going to be ending anytime soon. So right now, they're trying to figure out some way to help out the American people. Well, as you know, President Joe Biden came out last week and announced he would like to see a federal gas tax holiday, wiping out the federal tax that is currently applied to gas. Now, what we're hearing is that this is a dud. There is no support in Congress from Republicans or Democrats, as they're saying this is not going to help. This is not the solution. And here's why. Because that would likely wipe out 18 cents per gallon from the cost of gas. But there's no guarantee that that savings is going to be sent over to the American people. We're hearing that oil companies, gas companies, they're likely pocket a lot of that. And they're saying it'll save us as little as a couple dollars per month. The highest projection I've heard is $30 per month. But what they're saying is that's actually going to be increasing the profits of these gas companies significantly, as they might only provide half of that savings to the consumers. And they're saying this is not the solution. And it's not enough when we have 8.6% inflation at a 41-year high, record high gas prices, record high food prices, a war with Russia and Ukraine, China in lockdown, supply chain issues, and a pandemic that's still raging. The American people need more help. And they're saying the number one way to ensure that the American people get some direct assistance, money, payments to their pockets, their bank accounts, is to send out stimulus checks and to send it out monthly, reoccurring, to help out the American people at this time. Well, you guys, what we're hearing is that this could be happening for gas, but it's not quite a gas stimulus check, and that's because they can't ensure any way that it's going to go directly to gas. Now, they wanted to send out rebate cards, but here's the thing, is that there's a chip shortage right now, so they're saying we can't send out rebate cards, which has caused some to say we have to dismiss the idea, but others saying no, we've got paper, we've got direct deposits, send out stimulus checks. Take a look, you guys. Gas stimulus check? Well, not exactly. Where gas tax rebate payments could happen, and they want to send this out to everybody in the nation. Now, I'm going to be diving into this article, get you caught up on the latest, as this is actually a bill that was proposed a couple months ago, but now with everything that's unfolded with the federal gas tax holiday and them trying to figure out what's going to be happening to help out the American people, this is coming back to the forefront. We're going to be covering all the details of this proposal for monthly reoccurring gas stimulus checks. Now, before we dive in, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you appreciate the content, don't forget, smash that like button. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Just takes a second. Thank you so much. Also, if you want to stay up to date, come join the Ram fam. It's free. Why not? Just takes a second. All you got to do is smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. I'll keep you up to speed on everything going on. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. I've also got a second channel, Steve Ram Finance. If you're interested in learning about growing wealth and personal finance, consider joining. I'll pin a comment down below. Click the link, go subscribe, turn on notifications. I've got a new 60-second video up, just a short video on 3 terms that you need to know if you want to be a real estate investor. And also, I'm working on a comprehensive list of all stimulus checks so you don't miss out on anything. Ones for states, cities, and counties that are currently available, but are only available for limited amounts of time, and in some cases you got to apply. And if you miss the window of opportunity, it's gone. The money just goes back to the federal government. I want to make sure that nobody here on my channel misses out on anything. I'm going to keep you up to date on everything. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive into this article, and I'm going to get you caught up on the latest as to what they're saying about federal gas stimulus checks to go out to everybody in the nation on a monthly basis. let's go ahead and dive right in. So, as I mentioned, link in the description below to this article that just recently came out that reads, "What's happening? Well, lawmakers in Congress and state legislators are considering giving motorists cash rebates to defray the elevated cost of gasoline." Now, why it matters? A gallon of gas averaged more than $4 a gallon nationwide since March, hitting $5 in more recent weeks. Now, with the price of gas hovering under $5 a gallon nationwide, lawmakers are looking for ways to ease the pain at the pump. And some states have instituted a gas tax holiday, and as I mentioned, President Joe Biden has endorsed a pause on a federal gas tax. But another option that is being touted right now is a gas stimulus check that would give eligible Americans, here it is, $100 a month through the end of the year, or for as long as the price of gas exceeds $4 a gallon in their state. And we're hearing that this could be going on for as long as 5 years. Now, in addition to that, $100 per month per person. So we're hearing that a household of 10, they could get $1,000 per month. Now, Democratic Representative Lauren Underwood, Mike Thompson, and John Larson are pushing the idea in Congress with the Gas Rebate Act of 2022 introduced back in March. As I mentioned, this was introduced earlier this year, and now it's coming back. Americans are feeling the impact at the pump of Vladimir Putin's illegal invasion of Ukraine, and right now we must work together on common sense policy solutions to ease the financial burden that my constituents are feeling, said Thompson on March 17th. Here's what you need to know about the gas rebate plan, including who would benefit from it and how long it would last, and similar efforts being considered on state levels. And yes, if this happens on a federal level, you can also receive your state benefits as well. So you would get the federal and the state gas rebates or gas tax holidays. What is Gas Rebate Act? Well, if signed into law, the measure will give eligible Americans and their dependents, as I mentioned, $100 each for every month left in the year 2022 that gasoline continues to average more than $4 a gallon. Now, the U.S. passed that threshold back in March with a little sign that the price would drop back down this year. Now, the individual average in all 50 states surpasses $4 a gallon, and it did so back in May. Now, who would be eligible for the rebate? Well, as with the pandemic stimulus checks, compensation depends on income levels. Individuals earning less than $75,000 a year will get a full $100 per month. Now, the amount would diminish if you make or earn more as an individual of $80,000. You would then, after that, not be eligible to receive a rebate. Joint filers earning less than $150,000 would receive the full $100 phase and payment and would be phased out at $160,000. Now, does the White House support a gas rebate? Well, Biden said that he supports pausing the federal gas tax for 3 months and encourage individual states to consider similar money-saving efforts, including consumer rebates and relief payments, the White House said on June 22nd. So about a week ago, it was just earlier last week that we had heard him say this. Now, the president told reporters that a nationwide gas rebate card program is part of what we are considering. So this is under consideration by the White House right now. The administration first considered rebate cards back in March, but determined that the computer chip shortage would make it hard to produce enough cards, according to the Washington Post. Now, in addition to that, there would be no mechanism to ensure that consumers didn't use the cards to purchase other things other than gasoline. So it didn't get a whole lot of support at first from Congress, but now they're saying that this might be the only way. Now, I'll be sure to keep you up to date on that. And also, we're hearing that states are going to be sending out gas stimulus checks or gas tax holidays to help out consumers at the pump. Take a look, you guys. What individual states are considering gas rebates? Well, there's a handful of areas. Take a look. First is California. After efforts to suspend California's 51-cent gas tax failed, Governor Gavin Newsom inserted a gas tax rebate into the state budget in May. Newsom had wanted every household, every registered car owner to receive $400 debit cards per 2 cards per family. But he compromised with lawmakers and they agreed to suspend the gas tax on diesel fuel, and residents will also receive an inflation relief check of up to $1,050 per family. Now, that just came out a couple days ago. I gave you all the details in a previous video, so if you're interested, if you're from California and you could be eligible, check that video out right after this one. Also, North Carolina Democratic state senators have proposed giving all licensed adult drivers a one-time payment of $200 towards fueling up. That's roughly what the average North Carolinian pays in state gas taxes from July to December, according to the state senator Michael Garrett, a co-sponsor of the gas rebate bill. Now, the plan would cost about $1.3 billion, but sponsors say that it could come out of the state's approximate $4.241 billion tax surplus. So a lot of extra money in North Carolina. Keep an eye out for checks. This approach keeps the Highway Fund and the Highway Trust Fund whole, while still collecting revenue from non-residents passing through our state using our roads, highways, and bridges. Garrett said in a statement, if their bill passes, the rebate would be sent out on October 1st. So that's when you can expect to see that check. And also, Chicago. Chicago's Windy City has already started issuing out some 50,000 prepaid $150 gas cards and 100,000 prepaid $50 transit cards approved by the city council. Those interested in being a part of the Chicago Moves plan must be at least 18 years of age or older. So in this particular one, you got to apply or be eligible, as I mentioned to you, in possession of a valid driver's license and earn no more than $73,000 a year, the city's median income. Applications must be received by the first of the month, and recipients are chosen via lottery monthly through to September. So there you have it, you guys. This is back in consideration in the White House for a federal level monthly reoccurring check. Now let me know your thoughts. Is that enough? Is that going to be something that they should do? Should they consider other alternative options? Let me know your thoughts. Now, in addition to that, we were hearing that they wanted to apply a tax on these major oil companies, then take those tax and then send that out in the form of these stimulus checks. So that way we do not add to the nation's debt and cause even further inflation. Let me know your thoughts. Now, in addition to that, we also have heard there's over $800 billion of leftover funds from previous stimulus packages. That's just sitting there, unused, untouched, from the American Rescue Plan and all the other stimulus packages. Not used money just sitting there. And they're saying that the president, by executive order, he could repurpose and reallocate those funds and send it out to the American people. Congress holds the power of the purse, but they saying taking leftover funds is not issuing new money. It's just repurposing existing money. So they're saying he could do that. Now we will see, and we will see when they do it. As we're hearing, as these midterm elections are approaching, it's going to become more and more likely that they're going to become more aggressive in their efforts to send out assistance to the people, Democrats that is, as they're in full control of Congress and they want to stay in control. And I will keep you up to date every step of the way. And you guys, well, that is the latest. Thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget to take a quick second, smash that like button if you appreciate the updates. If you do that, it helps out my channel a ton with the algorithm. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not come join the Ram fam? All you got to do is smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance, and keep an eye out for that comprehensive list of all checks on all levels so you don't miss out on anything. But with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.